Hello and welcome back to another makeup tutorial. We're just going to jump right into it as always. I forgot to paint a nail, so let's just keep that out of the frame because just ignore the fact that I have one nail missing. It is what it is. Don't really care that much. If I cared, I would fix it. So clearly I don't care. So I'm going to go in with my liquid glow from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the shade Oyster. So I'm going to do my eyes first because I'm going to go extra smoky and I'm going to be layering shades and I don't want to have any fall down coming down onto my foundation because it's harder to clean. So if it's just on my bare face, I can just wipe it off, which I probably shouldn't have done my glow, but that's okay. What I do like to do is when I do my eyes before foundation, which doesn't happen too often, but when I do it that way, I like to do my foundation on my forehead and fill my brows in, because I find it so hard to fill my brows in and then try and get around that with my foundation. It's just unnecessary. So I'm going to just take some of my Fenty foundation and do my forehead. Buff that in underneath my eyebrows. I'm just going to take the tiniest amount of powder and just dust that over my eyebrows just so I can fill them in. So I've been doing something a little bit different lately with my brows. So I first go in with my brow set and I just comb them up. Just kind of comb them into the shape that I want them to sit in. Then I'm going to take some of my brow pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Taking the shade Taupe, taking a small amount on a little angled brush. This is a Zoeva 317 brush, and I'm just basically going to go in and mimic little hairs and just fill in any little areas that I need to fill in. I'm also going to just take my pencil and then just fill in any little gaps just to make it all look nice and even. Anyway, I've just kind of been experimenting with different ways to do my brows, so this is how I've been doing it recently. Kind of similar than before, but different. So going straight into eyes. I actually just prepped my eyes using the Shape Tape from Tarte, which I have been using for ages now as my eye base. So just put it on my eye, blended it out and just set it with a little bit of powder. And then going straight into the Norvina palette, Volume 4, which is my favourite. I do like the other ones, but the colours in it weren't really my vibe. But I feel like these colours are way more my vibe. I love the neutrals, I love the soft purples, the shimmers are stunning. You have like little glitter shades here. These are the pressed glitter, which I love. So I feel like this palette is definitely more up my alley. So we're going to use a mix of neutrals and purples and lots of different fun things today. So I think I'm going to start off with the shade D1, and you already guessed it, into the crease. Taking my Zoeva 228 again. I'm sure you guessed that one. And we're going to go like high up in the crease. Just gonna blend, blend, blend. Taking a little bit of shadow at a time. You can always go in and take a little bit more and build it up, rather than have like too much on your brush and then you go into your eye and it's just a hot mess. And I'm just dragging the corner out rather than kind of bringing it around. I'm just kind of dragging it out towards the temple. Next shade I'm taking is A4. This other neutral shade. This is a BH Cosmetics number 6 brush, and we're just going a little bit deeper into the crease with this. So we're basically just building up layers on the eye, and with each layer we go just a little bit lower than the other, so we get that really nice kind of blend out. Then I'm going to take some of the shade B5, which is this cooler toned dark shade. And this is on a Japanesque brush, 724. And I'm going to focus this on the outer part of the crease and the outer part of the lid too. So I'm just going in now and taking a little bit of the shade E4 on a small little shader brush. Just that other shade wasn't deepening it enough for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this shade C4 and I'm just going to lightly dust this on the lid. And then taking some of the shade D4. So I'm going to pack this shade on this little brush here. It's a Real Techniques detailer brush. And we're going to pack this all over the lid. I'm going to take some of the shade C3. I'm going to apply this to the outer centre of the lid. I'm going to go back into the shade E4 and darken the outer corners. Okay, so I'm going to just jump in now and start my skin and then we'll go back and finish the eyes. So I'm going in with my Fenty foundation and I'm applying this with a Morphe G36 brush. I'm taking my Kat Von D Beauty Lock-It Foundation in the shade L11. I recently started to use this concealer again and I really like it. I'm going to blend that out with this Dose of Colours brush, a little flat foundation brush. So I like to just kind of press this in, kind of like press and drag. And then to contour, I'm taking my Smashbox contour stick, which I think might be discontinued. I must check online and see if it is. Anytime I post about it, people are always asking me where I get it from, what's going on. And I'm going to blend this out with this Luxie brush, the small contouring one. I'm going to take a little bit of this iconic blush in the shade Rose. So it's just like a liquid sheer blush. I really like the colour because it's nice and subtle. So I'm just going to take the same brush that I used to contour and just dab that in. So you can see it's like very sheer, but it just has that nice soft little hint of colour. I'm going to take my Huda Beauty powder. This is in the shade Pound Cake. And I'm just going to use this to set. I'm going to start with under my eyes. And then I like to dust some along my forehead. And down along my T-zone. Now I just want to add a bit more warmth to my skin, so I'm taking this Chanel bronzer. This is the medium deep. Yeah, medium deep. So for the underneath, I want to go pretty smoky. So I'm going in now with my Marc Jacobs liner. This is the blacker, all the way underneath my eye with this. And I'm going to go straight into my waterline. I'm taking some of the shade B3 and I'm using this just to blend out the black line. I'm going to take a tiny amount of the shade A1. And I'm just going to take some liquid liner. This is the one from Tarte. I'm going to go ahead and line my top lash line. So I want to wing it out slightly, but I don't want to actually wing it with a liner because I want the wing to be a little bit smokier. So I'm just going to grab a black eyeshadow. I'm just taking the one from the Soft Glam palette. And I'm taking this BH Cosmetics 11 brush, which is a little small shader brush. And I'm just going to go in and draw a little wing here. So now I'm just doing my lashes. I'm going to do my mascara and then I'm going to pop my lashes on. And I'm going to use my Lily lashes in the style Ella. for my inner corner, I'm going to take some of this green shade, which I think is so pretty. It's like this metallic-y, really soft green. It's the shade A1. So I'm going to grab a little bit of that. So I recently got this Becca highlight. I think it's a limited edition one. It's called Own Your Light. And it's this like pinky highlight, which usually I kind of hate. I'm always like for like the champagne goldy type of highlights. But I like mixing this with other ones. It's just like something different. So I take a little bit of this one and I just kind of apply a little bit on the high points of my cheekbones. So just right here. And then I'm going to take my Turn Up the Light highlight palette from Too Faced, and I'm going to take the Glow shade. This is the medium palette, and I'm going to just apply this on top. So you still have that like little hint of pink coming through, but then this shade just kind of diffuses it and just gives it that really nice glowy look, rather than it being like a strip of pink highlight. I'm going to take Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner, and then I'm going to top that with this MAC lipstick. It's called Influentially It. Okay, little friends, that is the finished look. So that's pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoy this makeup look, and as always, if you recreate it, please, please, please tag me on Instagram, because I absolutely love to see your work. And I want you to do one thing for me, and that is do something nice for yourself today. Even if it's just taking 5 minutes to do a face mask, or taking 5 minutes to make a cup of tea, or if you have longer than that, take a nice bath, read a book, do literally whatever makes you happy. Please just do something nice for yourself today. And that is pretty much it. I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.